Aquarius, September 2023. Your readings with me recently have been quite strong, I would say, quite powerful. There's been a lot of challenges. I think there are a lot of challenges around for you at the moment. Drop your little star sign, your little Aquarian symbol in the comments. Let me know what's going on with you. I'm always intrigued by Aquarius. A lot of my friends are Aquarians. And I've got Venus in Aquarius, and I hope that I get your vibe actually. But I think even for you, the ups and the downs of what's happening is quite a lot to handle, okay? Aquarians can handle a lot. She says, pulling the lovers. Okay. Right. This is for you if you're Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or cross-watching. It's a general reading. It won't resonate with everybody. It will probably resonate with quite a few. And if you find yourself here, then there's a message for you. Okay? For example, we're going to kick straight off with the Lovers. OMG. You've got two major arcana as your overall energy cards. Now, excuse if there's any drilling noise in the background, by the way. I kind of live in some kind of building site at the moment. So, the Lovers, of course, is a card of choice. You could be lucky enough to be choosing between two lovers. What can I do? It's wider than that, though. It's about finding a crossroads and being in a crossroads in your life. And you are in a crossroads of some kind. You're in a crossroads as you come into September. We're also in Mercury retrograde, which puts everybody in this kind of where have I been and where am I going type vibe. You could be making a major decision in love, okay? But it can also be in life. This is an overall energy card. The Lovers, I feel you're at the crossroads and you're like this way or that way or this way. Luckily, you get it with the Sun. Major arcana goodness here for you, Aquarius. I love this. Fire sign people and fire in general is particularly good for you this month. So fire sign people as friends, lovers, allies, colleagues, whichever. If you're going into business, if you have fire in your own chart, you know, if you've got like your moon and fire or your rising or your Venus, just have a think about where it is and what it means for you, okay? So the Sun with the Lovers means a choice is coming up, a parting of the roads is coming up, but the Sun will come out and shine. You will get to see which way to go. It will become clearer than it is at the moment. I hear you, it's confusing, it's a mishmash, it's particularly in love department for a lot of Aquarians. The readings I've been doing lately, it's just been like, really? Tell me about this, please. Aquarians can often have quite complicated love lives. I think it adds to the spice of things and I like it. But I think I told you this before, when I was doing private readings, which I'm not at the moment, but when I was, nearly everybody wrote to me about you. Nearly everybody. That's how I got to know Aquarians so well, and a few other ways as well that I won't go into, but that's the main way, because so many people wrote to me about you. They couldn't figure you out. They couldn't work out what you were thinking, what you were feeling, any of it. And it kind of, you know, I could feel the pain on both sides. Okay. Let's have a look at early September. We start with a full moon in Pisces, which means everybody's catching the feels. Everybody's in the feels. It's nice. It's like, oof, you put the phone down first kind of energy. But for you, I think you're going to have a few quite volatile feelings around the beginning of September. I'm feeling being stretched or being pushed beyond the limit of what you can endure. Do you know what I mean? Let's just see what we get for that. Early cards. Yes. Okay, good. Yes, I get that too. Okay. Luckily, sword energy for you can definitely process and cope with. It is your suit, okay? If this resonates, by the way, there will be an extended reading, as there is every month for you guys, where we do more of a love reading and we take all the cards from the YouTube reading and we channel and do channeled messages from your person and get generally quite freaky. That's the first link in the description box if you feel like this is your story. Okay, so what do we get for you at the beginning of the month? Shall we have a look? I am getting, and I rather like the vibe of this, I'm getting the Queen of Pentacles here with the Eight of Swords. There are certain things in your life at the moment that you're sticking with because you know that it isn't, and this is what Aquarians can do, and this is what I admire about you. You know that the time, the juju, the world, whatever, isn't quite there, and you're right, because in the beginning of September, Mercury's still retrograde, Venus is still retrograde, okay? Venus goes direct on the 3rd, but it takes a few days to sort itself out. So you can feel that you've got to stick with something that you don't necessarily enjoy, like, or isn't quite ideal. This is what the Eight of Swords is. It's about limitations. There are some mental limitations to this. But what Aquarians can do, which annoys the heck out of other people, but is very good for you, is you can detach from your emotional circumstances and you can just get on a mental plane and think, I'm going to do this and this and this, and then that's for tomorrow's me to worry about. The feels will catch me later, but I know where I'm going in my head, okay? So the Queen of Pentacles, I call her the Queen of Velvet Waiting. She is a queen of endurance, forbearance, and also feeling pretty good while you're there. You don't have to be like, oh my God, biting all my nails off, waiting for an outcome. No, you can actually feel quite settled, like you're okay, that you know that the best outcome is going to come. You know you've got this, and you know that the universe has got your back at the same time. And I would also like to add that this choice, this maneuvering or switch up or whatever you want to call it, is probably going to happen more than once in the next few weeks. Things are going to change, you're going to make a choice, but then it's going to need to be done again. This is what happens when we're in the tail end of loads of retrogrades. Mercury is retrograde until mid-September. So things are going to go back and forth. Get easy, get good with the back and forth. It's going to pay dividends for you. Okay, it's going to actually benefit you in the long run as well. You can deal with having the restrictions. It's not ideal, but you can definitely stick with it. It's a long game, okay? You're playing a long game about something here. Definitely a marathon. And you're definitely at that point. I mean, God, for me, if I go running, it's about 5 seconds where I reach that point where I think I can't go on, and you've got to kind of break through the barrier. Honestly, it's the corner of my road. But if you were a decent marathon runner, maybe like a mile, 5 miles into it, you're going to get this thing where you think, oh, I can't really, can I really carry on? And then you bust through that. Yes, you can. Okay. Yeah, well, yes. This card is so appropriate. So very appropriate. Okay. We then get the ultimate, oh God, wrong camera. We then get the ultimate in sticking with something because you know that there isn't a way to go yet, the Two of Swords. When you get the Two of Swords, normally the person's got a blindfold on. And there's like a new moon. So look out for the next new moon. Have a look on Google, just get a moon app on your phone. Have a look for the next new moon, because when you have the Two of Swords, it's like a minor arcana version of the Hanged Man. And you're supposed to not move forward. It's a good thing you're not moving forward when you have the Two of Swords, because the way is being kind of internally manufactured while you're here. And this could actually resonate for your love life, for a job, for getting a house, for anything where there is a process that you want to be progressing. Okay? I mean, life in itself is a process in which you'd like to be progressing, if you look at it that way. The Two of Swords sees you in between two great things. Both of these swords are good ideas or good ways of doing it. I'm going to tilt this because they look like they're not straight. Neither way is right, and you kind of know this, and you are creating a third way. It's like you're co-creating with the universe a third way of doing things. If you are in a job that you just don't hate but you really don't love, you're going to be sticking it out for now, but you are creating a different way. You are creating a way through. You're formulating an idea. You're finding a different way, almost behind your own back. And while nothing is happening, everything is happening. Just remember that, okay? While nothing is happening, everything is happening. And then we have the Hierophant, or the High Priest. Major Arcana and a major advice card as well. For some of you, it's a higher education, and I don't mean going to university or whatever, people traditionally mean by higher education. I mean you need to get more educated on the subject that you're interested in. If it is love, you need to find some advice about love from someone you can trust. Not just any old flibbity-gibbet, as we say, but someone you can trust. Also know that this is waiting for you at the moment. This advice is right there. It's like ripe fruit dangling from a tree, okay? It's right there for you. So you could discover a new love guru or a new person, whatever, business coach, I don't know. It's something, it could even be taking down a book and having a look in it, or looking at a book that you've had for ages but you haven't read. It's some beautiful advice for you, for higher learning, for taking you beyond. Aquarians do like, you're very of, Uranus, it's intellectual. You need shock, you need surprise, you need something new to be building on. This is a new way of doing things, and it's going to take you to the next level in something. Also, the Hierophant represents marriage, commitment, convention. It can be a relationship going from situationship to being exclusive, or from being exclusive to getting married or moving in together, or whatever a version is of conventional, let's take it to the next level. You need to take your life to the next level. September is traditionally a time for starting courses, evening classes, all that kind of stuff. Any of that would be good for you at the moment. Even if this is something to do with your love life, it would still be good for you anyway. You're a whole person. Shall we have a look at your love life specifically? Yes, we shall. Aquarius, love life. Oh my gosh. The Ace of Cups. Oh yes, please. Come on. Okay. I'm getting the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, of course, starts with self-love. So you may want to be learning here about self-love. how to really, really value and nurture yourself, how to raise your bar, how to raise your standards, how to love yourself from the inside out, accepting your shadow side, the whole 9 yards, okay? It can also represent finding new love that's going to last as well, which I really, really like. Don't rush anything, like we say, between the Two of Swords. Don't rush anything until we get to, and don't rush it then, but cool your jets a little bit until mid-September. Let Venus go direct. Let Mercury go direct, okay? By that time, you have a much better chance at keeping a love life on track, okay? So this is kind of preliminaries. Even if you're getting back together with somebody or you're already in a relationship, whichever, take it slow in the first couple of weeks of September. Know that the Ace of Cups is there for you, okay? But it's there for you as well, just you. About self-love. You fill up the fountain so it can spill over to somebody else. With the Two of Wands, again, we've got fire here. So very much like leaning towards a fire sign, Libra, Aries, Sagittarius, or at least someone who has, I think, a fiery moon. The Two of Wands here is early days, okay? You've got your Ace of Wands where something goes like woof, and then the Two of Wands, almost if these two butted heads, they create a spark. This could be somebody that can really go toe to toe with you. This person can meet you where you're at, but they can also, I think you two can clash, but it creates sparks, okay? And it's a very interesting energy that I'm getting off this, especially when you look at having the Ace of Cups. Gosh. You lock horns, but you create sparks. Aquarius, this is very good for you. Aquarians can get bored in relationships. You have a very future thinking mind. So it's just the way it is. You can fall in love. My God, you can fall in love. I've seen it happen many a time. But you also need variety, you need intellectual stimulation, and you need a bit of this. A bit of, I don't know why I'm going like that. A bit of spark, some passion, there's some physical stuff here. I like this energy, especially when you put it together with the Ace of Cups. I like it a whole lot. And then we get strength. Strength is the Leo card, of course. So again, we've got another calling your opposite sign of Leo. But also this is about knowing yourself, knowing your strengths and knowing your weaknesses. And this is what you're doing while you're spending time in the Two of Swords, while you're spending time in the Eight of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles and the Hierophant. You're discovering who you are and what you have to offer, and also what you want and what you don't want. And I think that's changed. You don't want what you wanted 6 months ago. And that could be painful for you and for someone else, but you got to go with change when you're an Aquarius. Then we have a Knight of Swords, and I like this a lot, and of course it suits you greatly as an Aquarian. This is a message coming in, a conversation being had, something quite an urgent kind of conversation. So it looks like there could be a communication with somebody, probably about mid-month. Let's have a look a bit more about this. It's a communication that won't wait. I love this. Okay, so you get the Knight of Pentacles with the Knight of Swords. Oh my God. Okay, This is like absolute opposite energy. This is communication that won't wait. This is wait. You're literally, oh God, this is a contrast between you and someone else. You may have been waiting for a communication, or you may have been waiting before you communicated. There is both communicating and waiting. It's like a stop-start. You know, everything is said and then there's a pause, there's a break. Gosh, you have everything going on here, Aquarius. Oh my gee. Woof. Really want to be a potty mouth, but I can't because YouTube doesn't like it. Okay. Gosh. The two, oh God, wrong camera. What is wrong with me today? Two of Cups as well. This has all the hallmarks of being something pretty big. There is a lot of messing about to get here. There's a lot of stopping, starting, stopping, starting again. I don't understand that energy at all. In the extended reading, I'm going to look at this gap, this delay, what's going on. How do they feel about you? We always ask that question. I'm going to channel messages about and from your person. And I'm going to look at this Knight of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, backwards, forwards, and the Lovers. I'm looking forward to it immensely, Aquarius. My God. Okay, let's have a love oracle card for you. Oh, that's not my love oracle cards. Okay, love oracle card for you. Actually, I'm going to give you one of these. Oh, yes. From the Lover's Oracle. Oh, God. One just literally fell out on the floor. It fell out on the floor on its own. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. Oof! Oof and woof. Gosh. Oof and a woof and a gosh, Aquarius. I'm really spoiling you. Okay, I'm very intrigued. Leave me a comment, Aquarius. Let me know what is going on. I'm going to go do the extended. It is the first link in the description box. I can't wait. I'll see you on the other side. Namaste.